evening. Welcome to the Worldview Financial Report. It is September 25th, 2024. September 25th, 2024. Tonight, we're going to talk about several things, including Congress votes to avert shutdown, setting up chaotic funding fight in December. Billionaire warns interest on debt, topping defense spending, a sign the country is in trouble. U.S. consumer confidence plunges to its worst numbers in 3 years as Americans grapple with inflation. Also tonight, it's a commercial, I guess. Get that off of there. There we go. The stage is set for the greatest period of chaos in history. Yeah, the Bad News Bears. I mean, what did you expect, right? I mean, come on, the greatest chaos in history. This is my buddy John Whitehead over at the Rutherford Institute that I've known for years. Hidden agendas, beware of the government's push for a digital currency. The future of the Fed, all these ads. Here we go, close that one. BRICS currency, 40% could be tied to gold, 60% in local currencies. That might be why a lot of these BRICS nations are putting gold in their vaults, central bank vaults. Lucky timing. Nancy Pelosi's husband dumps $500,000 in Visa stocks months before federal antitrust charges. What do you know? I'm sure it's coincidental, don't you think? Gold's hitting new records again. Here's what it means for the economy. And there we go. That's about all we're going to have time for tonight. The Bad News Bears, Wes Peters and Michael Weiner. Welcome, gentlemen, to the broadcast. Thanks for being here.
Good evening, Brandon. Look very
good evening, Brandon.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, man, he really does it up.
I mean, who
Your
dresses?
Taylor,
Does Melissa do this? Or I got a feeling she just coordinates everything before Wes. Before he comes on, Melissa must lay his clothes out, and that's it. I'm going to check.
So you guys really think I'm not talented enough to pick my own outfits?
I don't know about that.
Well, if you want the honest truth, this outfit was all picked by me today. And most days they are. My wife is very busy bringing me coffee, 5 cups a day, making my lunch. Well, actually, I don't eat lunch. Making my dinner, which she's making, and then she's busy. She washes my clothes. She keeps our house tidy, and she handles all the customer support for the organization. She's very busy. So I don't generally ask her to dress me, but she does help me when I go to the store and pick it out. But no, I picked this outfit all myself today. I mean, I mean, it's not like I've got, tags that she's pre-planned, put this shirt with this vest and this tie.
I thought I saw she had number things set up for you. Number 1, 2, 3, and all that. That's
a chart in the closet. Tell me what. It's not uncommon that I do say, does this match? But sometimes I'm like, I'm not sure I could do this. She's like, no, I love that. I'm like, I don't know. I think Roger Stone might think that's a little much. Anyway, there you go. All right. In fact, one of the things on our list this weekend is to go looking and shopping at our secret place for more vests.
You do rock the vest. I like the vest.
Well, thank you. I like the vest because I don't have to tuck in my shirt tail all the time.
Yeah,
that's a lot of information.
Maybe Michael and I will dress up one day.
Yeah, that would be great. I think dressing up is when you just don't wear a ball cap. That's dressing up, right?
We're going to wear vests.
There you go.
Maybe we should all dress the same at the Ozarks. We can be like a trio. Marx Brothers.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I was going to play a video for you tonight, but I can't get the stupid thing to work. Reagan, I'm going to send it to you. Tell me if you can get that thing to play. For some reason, it's not playing for me, so I just emailed it to you. I love watching these vintage videos back in the day when people are complaining about prices. This lady was complaining because she got a burger and a fries and a Coke, and it cost her nearly $3. They didn't cost her $3. It cost her nearly $3, and she was blowing a gasket.
Yeah. I remember when you could go to Taco Bell and eat like a king for $10. Get your old nachos Bel Grande.
It's so true.
Supreme.
Of course, it meant you had to get a 4-pack super roll of toilet paper. So you have to set that off in the price, you know.
Rolaids or Tums or something.
Restaurant called, I think it was called the Sizzler. You could go in there.
Oh, yeah, the Sizzler. Absolutely.
People would get in there and sneak about 7 other people behind them, you know, and everybody pile on in and you go eat Sizzler.
You know what I hate is when I go to Texas de Brazil once a year and they won't let you take a doggy bag home. I'm like, this is ridiculous, you know? You guys have Texas de Brazil where you live?
No, never heard of it.
Brazil. I don't know. Do you like Brazil, Wes? I don't care for Brazil.
Texas de Brazil. They bring you meat, big platters of meat, like everything you can think of. Like what? Lamb?
Almost $3.
What else? Look at that. There, you got it working. Lamb, pork. What else, Reagan? I mean, everything you can think of. And big skewers. And you have a little tong and you pull it off. And I mean, and you have a little dial and it's green. It's green if you want them to keep bringing it, and then you turn it upside down to red when you're like, I'm done. And see, I don't eat a lot in one sitting. I'm not a big gorge myself kind of guy. I hate that feeling of being gorged, so I don't do that. I'm the kind of guy who eats, and when I'm full, I quit. I do not like that being full feeling. And so I go to Texas de Brazil about 10 minutes in, I'm like, I'm done. But you know what? I don't feel like I got my money's worth, so bring me some more and I'll take it to go. No, they will not do that. They will not do that.
Put some extra pockets on the inside of that jacket, that sports coat.
I am all about the doggy bag.
With plastic or something, you know, load up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an age thing, but I get where
Wes, so he could sneak the stuff right in the vest pocket.
That's right. I don't know if it's an age thing, but I get where I barely can eat a full hamburger anymore. I cut it in half. I eat half of it and bring the other half home for the next day. I don't know.
That's why you're so petite. You're so petite now.
So petite.
Yeah, I thought it was because you were out doing some road work, running or something, but
you have
an eating disorder.
I just kind of.
Melissa, Melissa clothes.
All right.
I'll tell you what it really is. It's Bella Grace. I take a Bella Grace when I'm hungry.
Yeah, there you go.
Takes away all your appetite.
There you go.
Plus, look at all this hair I got now going, Wes.
I got plenty of hair, I think. No, maybe not.
You got to get on Bella Grace, dog.
Yeah. I need that by like a half a gallon jug.
So there you go. There you go.
You sell it by the half gallon?
You can buy it by the half gallon.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. Hey, you got this woman complaining about nearly $3 for a hamburger? Nearly. Watch this.
Almost $3 for a burger, fries, and a shake. What if I brought Harold and the 2 kids?
For about $3, all 4 of you could have had Chef Boyardee beef ravioli, a salad, and a drink.
All 4 of us?
You get tasty pasta pies filled with lean, juicy beef in a rich tomato sauce.
What a delicious meal.
What a great price.
Chef Boyardee beef ravioli. Give your whole family a good hot meal with meat at a price you can afford.
Thanks, Chef Boyardee.
Wow.
My question is, why'd she swing by without Harold and the 2 kids?
because the woman, she has an eating disorder. That's why.
Okay.
And she got a shake. She got a fries, hamburger, and a shake for almost $3, and she's complaining.
I am a big fan of Chef Boyardee.
Are you serious? Please tell me you're not being serious.
Hamburger helper?
Hamburger helper. Now, I do like that. But please tell me you don't like Chef Boyardee. We really do.
I have probably 4 cans in my pantry right now. 4
cans? If you like it, you ought to have 200 cans for what's going on. Reagan likes it too. Reagan just told me he likes it as well.
It's good stuff.
Well, I hate to say this, Wes, don't be offended. But this is
the Ozarks. We'll have a long talk.
No offense, Wes, but this is a major indictment on your wife's cooking if you like that.
She doesn't cook.
Well, that explains it. Need I say more? Okay. Need I say more?
I've never eaten better. She's in Spain for another week. So last week I made myself some salmon and stir-fried vegetables. And
wow. Does it rain in Spain, but only on the plains?
Yeah. All right, let's get on with the news. We got news.
Wait. What musical is that from, Wes? Don't tell him, Michael.
Michael doesn't even know.
Does it rain in Spain, but only on the plains?
Lady.
My Fair Lady, exactly right.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Mikey blew it.
That's my nickname for Wes, My Fair Lady.
My Fair Lady. All right.
Good.
All right, here we go. Congress votes to avert shutdown, setting up chaotic funding fight. This is more theater. I wouldn't believe a word of it. But go ahead, Michael.
I think it's going to get very interesting because I think that when Trump wins in December...
Trump is not going to win, okay? I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. He is not going to win. They've tried to assassinate the man. You really think the CIA isn't going to pull out all the stops? They're not going to let him win. And if they do, they're not going to let him get near the White House.
Okay, when Brand X wins, whatever that might be in December, there's going to be a big war going on for the financial system. And if the Democrats have their way, they will sit back and bulldoze the Republicans. I think it's a matter of who really wins the Congress. If the Republicans take a big win in Congress, I think they'll shut down the country. But if they don't take a big win or they lose, I think they'll capitulate. So right now,
I think it just depends on how many people they have on video doing things they should not be doing. That's what it comes down to.
That could be right on that too. Could be right on that.
I don't know. How many members of Congress have 1,000 bottles of baby oil? I don't even know what that's about. That's just what Logan told me today about P. Diddy, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Are you up on that, Wes?
No, not really. I heard about the 1,000 bottles, but that is a lot of baby oil.
Yes, it is. What a bunch of weirdos. Well, let's go to the next one. Billionaire warns interest on debt topping defense spending. A sign the country's in trouble. Oh, you think? Wow, he's a real bright one there in the U.S.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, it's true only because the debt is increasing $1 trillion every 100 days. And what he's talking about in there is that the interest rate, what people have to understand, the interest on the debt literally is bigger than the money that we give to the military every year. And what's scary about all of it is nobody cares. We talk about the debt to people and they just don't get it. They sit back and they just think that it's okay, we got the debt, no big deal. Well, you're paying for it. You're paying for it in your higher prices. You're paying for it in these burgers that are worth more. You're paying for it in your housing prices that are costing more. You're paying for it with lack of services that you pay more money for. You're paying for it in every single aspect of your life. You're paying for it because they want to raise taxes. And if you don't pay attention to the debt, we're not just sticking it to ourselves, because some people say that it's going to be our grandchildren. It's not going to be your grandchildren. It's going to be you.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. I've heard people say that for years. For years, they talk about, your grandkids. I'm thinking, grandkids? I mean, let's worry about ourselves right now. This is a problem that is going to be our problem. Quit pushing it off to the grandkids. Are you kidding me? It's like the Daily Mail came out today. It says NATO, if I can find it real quick. What a dumb article. Daily Mail comes out with an article today that NATO is trying to figure out the, spell it right. NATO's trying to figure out the what to do with the high volume of death. I'll find it somewhere. What to do with the high volume of death in World War III that's likely to occur in the next decade. I'm like, really? The next decade? You guys are worried about World War III in the next decade? I'm worried about World War III in the next 10 days, not the next 10 years.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And,
Crazy times we're living in.
I was trying to find the article, but you'll just have to take my word for it.
On this article, too, it talks about how through August 24, the U.S. has spent $870 billion in interest. Think about that. $870 billion in interest, surpassing both Medicare and defense expenditures. It's only second to Social Security.
Good grief.
Which is a system that people have paid into that they call an entitlement. It's an entitlement when they're giving us back our own money that they've squandered away.
Yep, here it is. NATO prepares plan for a huge number of casualties in case of World War III scenario with Russia this decade.
Yeah.
Well, the other one was talking about in the next decade. This one's saying this decade. By the way, huge number of casualties. Now, Now is the appropriate time, Mr. Weiner, to talk about our grandkids, kids and grandkids, but particularly for me, kids. Because these huge number of casualties that NATO is willing to send into the grinder, that's my kids. And there's no way over my dead body will the child trafficking, sex perverts, pedophiles, transgender, freak shows, drag queen nut jobs in the federal government drag my kids off to war. They will have to kill me first. I'm not going to do that because they're planning on killing off a bunch of our children and they could care less. Look, if the federal government isn't encouraging the raping of children and the sex trafficking of children, they're interested in killing them through World War III. And if you doubt me, go watch J.J. Carroll's video and documentary, This is Treason, because the federal government is the largest sex trafficker of children. So when they're not raping them, they're trying to kill them in war.
Well, you got to realize that the people who go to war are mostly Republicans. The Democrats talk a big game, and you don't find too many Democrats except in upper-level management positions in the military now who have sold out to Obama that we're stuck with at the present time. But the lower-ranking areas in the military are Republicans. The Democrats don't want to fight. They want to send other people to do it. And they like the fights because they generate activity and money, and they also deplete the strength of the country. And they are enjoying every minute of it. And that guy who just came here from Ukraine, Zelensky, good luck. I hope they never give that idiot another dime. He really stuck it out there.
They flew him over here on a United States Air Force C-17, for Pete's sake.
Supporting Biden. I mean, if he's going to do that, go home and fight your own battle, pal. I mean, I'm not here to fight for you.
No.
Period.
No, that's right. Let's go to this one. Hidden agendas. Beware of the government's push for a digital currency. That's my buddy John Whitehead. We're going to have to speed it up. Got more to cover. So give me a quick one on this one, Wes.
Again, just talking about our government pushing towards a digital currency, increased surveillance, control over financial transactions, social credit scores. As soon as they go to a digital currency, you can kiss all privacy goodbye. It won't take them long to figure out if you're a conservative, a liberal, a Catholic, who you like to donate money to. And that's when they can really put the screws to you and say, you're not towing the line, you're not doing what we want you to do, and they can shut off your digital currency. They can control you. And again, they're going to make it seem like the greatest thing ever, replacing the U.S. dollar. There are good points to that blockchain technology, but it's not digital currency. That's why it's very important. And one of the biggest reasons, honestly, why people right now are getting their money out of the dollar and into gold and silver is they want to get some of their wealth off grid and privatized where they can convert it on their terms as they need it. So.
Well, the biggest thing is we said it first here on Worldview Financial Report. We talked about the digital currency situation. And the biggest thing that it is, the best way to understand it is transactional freedom. They want to control everything you do. The Green New Deal, if you go buy a car they don't like, they won't let you get it. If they see you doing and spending too much money on things they think are against their Green New Deal, they'll sanction you. They'll hold your dollars up. If you want to go buy a boat, you ain't going to get it. They want to control every part. It's called socialism. That's exactly what it is. And understand the fact that that with this new agenda that's going on and the deals that are being made at the United Nations right now, we are a heartbeat away from losing our transactional freedom and our own personal freedoms if we don't watch it.
Well,
and we haven't watched it. So,
like that guy said, he said back in his in that billionaire, he said, David Rubenstein said the members of Congress and the public won't recognize the debt is a problem until there's a calamity. And I'm sorry, Michael, but largely people don't pay attention until it starts to hurt them. And that's when they're going to be scrambling to try to get their money out of the banks to buy gold or silver, and some of them will not be able to get their money.
That's why we always say we're not worried about having gold or silver to sell you. We're worried about your ability to buy it.
Yep.
For those people right now, I had a gentleman call me up just today from Worldview, and he said, well, we've been thinking about this, but we just haven't made our mind up yet because our financial planner is sitting back and reviewing things. I said, who is going to lose money if you don't? Where is your life preserver? Who is going to lose money if something happens in this market? Not your financial planner and not me. It's you. And I'm not going to lose because I got gold. I'll be sitting here eating, and you'll be sitting having potato chips. That's all.
That's
I'm
all.
done.
I'm done. I'm out. The future of the Fed. What should be the future of the Fed, Wes?
Future of the Fed is it should be audited and shut down after they audit and find out what a fraud it is.
So true. Can I flash the book? I get no royalties for promoting this book, but I'm telling you, I got it stacked up here on my table, off to the side. Look at that. The Creature from Jekyll Island, written in I think 1994. It's in its multiple editions. But what you read this and you find out this thing is a joke. I mean, why did they mess with bothering with? What was the guy that did the big Ponzi scheme? Bernanke or no?
Are you talking about
Madoff?
Madoff. Why'd they bother with Madoff? Why were they worried about Enron? This is what the Federal Reserve. How is the Federal Reserve any different? You read this, you're like, wait a minute. I guess the only difference is they don't like criminal competition. That's all I can come up with.
The answer, Brandon, is who is Bernie Madoff?
Thank you, Alex.
he is dead.
He is. 40%.
And I'll make a phone call. I'll cut a deal, Brandon. I'm going to make a phone call and work out a deal for you to get some residuals on promoting that book.
Well, you should, because I sure hold it up and promote it enough, don't
One
I?
thing I want to mention regarding what this is going on with the Fed, the guys, the founders of our country, put us under the gold standard. And prior to 1913, every dime we were backed by gold till they came up with this stupid idea of the Federal Reserve, which was put together as a group of guys at the beginning of the progressives. And we had zero debt. They could not spend money. There was an accountability.
They took a train. They pulled the blinds. They didn't use. They used only first names. The whole thing. They were scared to death that the public would find out that these bankers were working behind the scenes to put in legislation that was going to enrich them and scam the American people. And the American people still haven't figured it out.
Exactly. And look,
I mean, a small percentage have, but that's it.
Exactly. And look what China is doing. China and the BRICS are doing exactly what our founders did to set up the United States. They're backing their position by gold to give it strength. They want to be the controlling party, and they're not stupid. They're just doing what we did.
BRICS currency, 40% could be tied to gold, 60% in local currencies, which, that's why, I mean, I don't even know if I should say it, but if I have the opportunity to buy into a BRICS currency with 40% backed by gold, and versus holding the U.S. dollar that's going to be backed by absolutely nothing when it's dumped as the world reserve currency, I mean, Wes, wouldn't you buy into something that's at least backed by 40% gold, a hard asset, a real asset?
Well, myself personally, I would just be putting that money into more actual gold.
That's a good point.
That's kind of like, Michael, remember this? We went through a period of time where people would call us telling us about how they were going to have a ton of money. I got a ton of money coming in, either because they invested in the dong or the dinar. And they were dead sure that they were going to have a windfall.
That last one was an Iraqi dollar or something, right?
Yeah. The dinar and the dong. People start going down that path, how I've got an investment, I got a ton of money coming in, and I kind of steal their thunder a little bit. At first, I'm like, is it the dong or the dinar? How did you know? Seen this rodeo before.
Well, if you did have to have something, though, online to trade with, to buy stuff with, to do a DoorDash, you could do it with a BRICS crypto backed by gold. It would probably hold its value better than the U.S. crypto they're going to create, because I don't know how much that they're going to back by gold.
Yeah, true.
They're not going to back it by gold. They're not smart enough to.
The BRICS? You don't think the BRICS are going to back by gold?
I'm not talking to BRICS. I'm talking about the people here.
Oh, no, they won't back it by gold. They don't have any gold to back it by. I think the Fort Knox is empty, isn't it, Wes? You were over there checking it out for us, weren't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would love it. Trump gets in office, no matter what you say, Brandon. Trump gets in office, and they audit Fort Knox and the Fed. Let's steer the pot. This is his last go around. He doesn't have another term.
And this is why they have to do everything in their power to stop him from winning.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
He is 78 years old. He is going to go for broke, right?
He's going to win. I'm going to bring him on the show with us after he wins.
Yeah.
Be the trio bears. That's it.
All right.
You know him.
I could make it happen. I probably could make it happen if I wanted to. But I tell you what, I've I'm just speaking truth. I'm not trying to be a bad news bears like you guys are. I'm just trying to speak truth and prepare the audience.
Happy bad news bears.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Hey, maybe we'll mix it up. Maybe we'll mix it up one show, and I'll grab all articles saying everything's great and rosy, and nothing to worry about, nothing to
That would all be fake news. That would all be fake
There's
news.
plenty of that stuff out there.
Oh yeah, there is. As Israel's on the verge of literally going in on the ground in Lebanon.
But,
Lucky timing. Nancy Pelosi's husband dumps $500,000 in Visa stock months before federal antitrust charges. I mean, I don't even want to talk about that. She makes me sick.
I want to just say, I want that guy to be my financial advisor.
I know, it's the truth.
I don't think he's ever made a bad trade in his life.
You realize there's some people who just follow his buys. There's some people who just do what he does. Literally.
Well, don't do what he does and open the door for your friend that ends up hitting you with a hammer in his underwear. What was that all about? Remember that?
I mean,
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi is, and
There was something fishy going on with that, don't you think, Wes?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in there. You don't see when the guy starts attacking him, and just, I think it was a setup.
There's something
Mike-
weird.
Of course, he did get cracked in the skull pretty good. Maybe the guy hit him harder than he was supposed to. I don't know.
Gold's hitting new records. Well, we know that. What's it at tonight, guys?
26.57.
26.57. Look at that.
Yep.
All right, let's go. I don't know. Is that it?
Yeah, we got 2 minutes left?
I think that's it. So get your packet of information from. You want to watch the woman complain about hamburgers again and Chef Boyardee and Harold? I mean, what if I brought Harold to get a hamburger? This almost cost me $3. A hamburger, fries, and a shake. You couldn't get a shake for $3 today.
Yeah.
No, you go down to the DQ and get a M&M Blizzard. It's going to cost you more than $3.
well, there's places like the Shake Shack we have here and stuff like that. But
That is the hamburger. Now, just to clarify, that is a ice cream place, right?
That is an ice cream
Okay,
place.
sure.
That is correct. That is correct. And it's
Wes, you
lovely.
didn't even crack a smile at that one.
Well, I was going to say some place that maybe some Marines go visit or something, but I don't know.
Well,
That
we'll
would
wait
be
and see
inappropriate.
what's out for you tomorrow, Brandon, for the clothes. So.
Okay. By the way, you're really rocking that pink shirt, Michael.
Yeah,
It's
Mike can pull it
number
off.
6.
He's a manly man. He's a man's man.
Number six.
You got 6 of those?
No, it's number 6 in the closet.
Oh, I with the numbers. Okay, I thought you told me you had 6 pink shirts.
That's all
I
right.
have
My,
this is actually a blue. I always wear black.
I know you're like Johnny Cash. I'm just afraid if
This is blue, though.
I'm just afraid if Michael falls into his pool, he's going to drown with that massive gold necklace around his neck and that
That's not gold.
and the big
it's
silver bar, with his name and address on it.
Next time we travel, Brandon, I'll get video of Mike going through the metal detector at
Yeah,
the
please
airport.
do. Get the
He's like a
packet.
gypsy.
Talk about
Gypsy.
metal detector, West
Take
Vegas.
care, guys.
Bye.